All right, man. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Money Market. It's actually a new program in terms of the video. We are coming back and bringing you a pro global politics that actually affect the global financial market and the forex market. So it's just a new program where we are tipping into a little bit of a politics, but only those politics that are actually affecting the global market, not any other politics. But yeah, a lot of politics that are actually affecting the global market, they're actually affecting the global finances. So right now, today, we want to talk about what is really currently this week that is cooking, that is actually driving the market at the present, at particular time. So yeah, man, my name is Che Yusuf. You are with the Daily Money Market. We're bringing you the global politics that affect the global financial market and forex market. What are the biggest news? The biggest news of this week, it's actually a German election. German election. It's actually coming on Sunday. You can be able maybe to check it out to all platforms that you view. 5 p.m. on London. It's gonna be live to most of the platforms that view these elections. 6 p.m. on Berlin and 12 p.m. it'll be on New York. So German election is coming on Sunday. This coming Sunday, Germans, they're actually electing the president or the prime minister, and we're gonna see how actually the market how actually it's gonna turn out in terms of that election. Remember, they're supposed to have the election last year and they move it to this year. I can see the German debate breaks. It's actually the points where the German debate breaks, that talks about let me got it let me do like this. All right. So the German debates break is the topics that are actually, people going to vote based on those debate points. So introducing in 2009 in Merkel first term, So Merkel was a president in Germany. The first time we introduced the Germans debate break. The key cause of the latest coalition collapse. So they had a little bit of a coalition, and again, it's difficult when it comes to coalition. And we see it from Germany, we're seeing it from France, that Italy, that when it comes to the coalition of the government, it really become a challenge. A limited structure budget deficit to 0.35% of a GDP. So they have to limit the structure budget deficit to 0.35% on their German's GDP. Reform require two-thirds majority in the parliament. So in order this new fact president that is coming to win, he requires the two-third majority in a parliament to be able to to become a president. Because remember, if they're not going to get the two-third majority via the votes, that means they're going to have to form some sort of like a coalition or something like that. And then when it comes to a coalition, then you need the two-thirds majority in the parliament so that they can vote for the president, although people already casting their votes on a ballot. Right, so similar to what has been happening in South Africa, but crazy stuff. That's the biggest news that is coming, this week when it comes to the global politics that are actually affecting the market. What else did we see when it comes to this? There was a meeting on the Munich, yeah, about GB Vance, the US president, as well as Alice Whitlock of co-chairperson. So they had also the conversation in terms of the stability of the economy of Germany regarding the actually elections that are coming this Sunday. All right. Again, politics parties that are participating in Germany. A lot of people, they don't know what are parties that are participating in Germany in this German election. So there's a CDU, the central right. Hey, you know these places, they always have central right, central left, middle right. I don't know what does it mean, but doesn't make sense. It should be right or left. That's it. What do you mean central right or central left? Okay. So there's a CDU, the central right, which is one of the political party that is participating on the elections. There's a central left, SPD, that is also participating in elections as well. There's a pro-business, which is Freie Freie Demokraten. That's a pro-business a party as well. There's a far left. So remember, central left, central right. Then there's a far left, and then there's a far right. If we AFD, I think AFD, they are the ones that they were ruling the government in the previous elections. They won the previous election. There's also far left, the ones been part of the government. They once won the government of Germany and ruled the German. And then there's Diana Link, the far left, and then there's a climate protections. These are the guys, maybe they come up with the agenda, like a climate agendas, and champion it, and actually to be all the way to form the party that will champion those type of ideologies, right? So those are the parties that are actually participating in a German election that is coming, and it's really really interesting to see. But again, let's check it out what German 30 is actually performing at the moment, because German 30 is an indices that combine of over 30 companies listed in German 30 and to be traded in the stock market. So let's have a look how German 30 is performing at the particular time. Okay, we looking at GBP USD, but let's look at German 30. We wanted to pay attention on German 30 because of the German elections that are actually coming. So if you can see, let's try maybe to go a bigger time frame. You can see that it's been already above level, on the highest level of all time. I think German 30 has been really, really performing well. Maybe because of a lot of people, they started giving a little bit of a stability when it comes to the new cabinet or new elections that are coming. But again, we can see that anytime it's actually a ticking bomb. So by the time we get to Sunday this week, the market will reverse a little bit to 22,736, just to see where exactly the election is going to take us. But I think days of elections, the market will go all the way to here. So I mean, from Sunday the market will be closed, but Friday, if you set up your pending orders, imagine of a bearish movement, you find out you come Monday, you are actually in a very very good profit. But this is where I'm expecting German 30 to depreciate a little bit, to be on this level 22,511, and then to wait for the elections and see the results of the elections and where exactly the elections is going, right? One of the things that we just noticed right now, it's a consumer price index from United Kingdom just come out. So again, maybe we have opportunity to look on UK 100. We can see this a spike. It's a spike of CPI. It comes 3.75, estimated 3.75 as well. So they didn't really beat the estimation numbers. I think UK 100, maybe it might bullish a little bit to get to this level. GBP USD, again, it started to shoot up, touches this level where it needed to collect, and then right now I think it will need to get to these levels. That's what I'm really really anticipating when it comes to this instrument. But again, just because of consumer price index that just dropped, but we saw German 30 anticipating a little bit of bearish movement because of the elections, so that when the elections start on Sunday, the market will be on a low, and then start making the decision based on that. So right, we talked about the German elections, we look into German 30. Let's see what are the biggest news in terms of politics that are actually affecting the global financial market. This is the daily money market. All right, welcome back. So there's a couple of things, couple of news as well in terms of the global politics that are actually affecting the global market, whether in a positive or the negative, right? Whether the market is falling or whether the market is going all the way up. There's a conversation in Trump's Putin terms in talk in Saudi. So there's a couple of people from Trump's cabinet. They went to Saudi to meet with the people from President Putin in terms of the war that is happening in Russia and Ukraine. So this is the war that has been actually going on for over, I think, 2 years now. even 3 years, in terms of the Russia and the Ukraine war. So they're discussing to say that, okay, let's end this, war, and try to find something else or solution for the problems that they have. But the challenge that actually I saw, and it's affecting, is all these meetings that are coming about Trump's cabinet, and people, and even Macron is there. No, to be specific, it's Trump and Putin's people. They're meeting in Saudi while discussing about the Ukraine war, and then EU summit in France. They're also discussing Ukraine war. Now, here's the difference now that makes this difference, but it's happening at the same time. Trump didn't invite the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, to be part of the meeting with the Ukraine, with the Russia's people in Saudi. So Ukraine already, Zelensky already comes out yesterday to say that, well, if you wanted us to solve this issue of the war, you could have actually at least inviting me to be part of it, or inviting us so that we can send people to be part of those negotiations or part of those conversations. But Trump didn't do that. Trump today early in the morning, or yesterday midnight, he come out and say that the war has been started 3 years ago. It's been 3 years in this war. If Zelensky wanted to close or to finish the war, he could have already started talking with the war. So it looks like Trump is just take over everything and take over the power to negotiate about Ukraine and Russia without actually inviting Zelensky to be part of the table. Now, because of Trump also have warned EU, European nation, that guys, I'm not going to put more money in terms of your security of the United Nations. You guys, you can do it on your own. That's why the EU also, they're having the summit in France to discuss this, that should we also have the solutions in terms of solving the Ukraine and the Russia war. Now, the summit in France, the Russians, they were not invited. They are not actually invited. It's undergo right now while I'm recording this video. Those summits are undergo. The summit, the conversation in Saudi, it's still undergo. Again, the conversation in Saudi, because Trump, they went there with, to kill two birds with the one stone, because they're going to talk about Russia, and as well as they're going to talk about Israel and Hamas, about the Palestinians, to have the solutions about the Palestinians. Remember that Trump recently just come out and say that I want to take Gaza so that we can, develop it and become a new city. That's really tricky, man. Some president says they're going to take that city to be his city. That's like you're trying to liberate, or colonize people from Palestine again, which is already, they feel like they're already under apartheid system. And then the solution, they ask Egypt and the other country, I'll just forget the name of it, to take people from Palestine, while Trump is actually, building Gaza. So those are one of the discussion that is happening, and it's holding to in Saudi Arabia. Excuse me. And recently, last year, if you remember, there was a lot of quarrels or fights between Saudi Arabia and Israel. But to think about now, the conversation, which is a lot of people, they said when Trump comes in, he's gonna just start the war with the Saudi and fight with the Saudi. But look now, Trump chose to go in Saudi and have a conversation about other countries, Saudi, to make it as a home of having these debates or conversation or solution, or find the solution about the wars that are actually happening at the particular time. So all of these, all of these discussions, they have actually causes a havoc in the market. Bitcoin, we're expecting Bitcoin is gonna bullish to get to 120,000, 130,000. It hasn't been doing that. I'm looking right now, German 10-year bond, it's dropping, losing actually the momentum. Remember, the German bond or the 10-year bond of any other country is the measurement of the strength of the economy. So if it's losing, again, as I said on the German 30 chart, that it might decline a little bit, because we can see already 10-year bond, it's losing momentum in the market. It means the economy bit by bit, it's slashing down. Now Trump his people is there in Saudi having the conversation to solve the solution. In the morning, I hear also the prime minister, is it prime, no, not a prime minister, ambassador of Russia in the United Nations, speaking at that meeting, saying that we want, laying down what exactly they're actually looking for. So that's one of the things that Trump has actually shake the world at the particular time. That is why even the bond itself is not stable. The indices itself is not stable. The dollar index, the strength of the dollar is not growing. If you look at it clear, pay attention, you realize that the dollar itself is not actually growing because of the instability. NATO biggest European spenders was 28 billion. That is Poland. Oh, Germany is still on top in terms of NATO spenders, 86 billion, and UK is spending 81 billion. France 64 billion. That's a number of NATO allies meeting on a 2%. So again, all of these, it's NATO that is really close to the border of Russia. They want them to actually go out. Another interesting when it comes to the global politics that are actually affecting the global market. German election on February 23, we already said on Sunday, February the 23rd. Another one is when Donald Trump said they want to take Greenland. Greenland, it's like some sort of like an island that is from Europe. Is it what is this? Finland. That's where Greenland based in. It's in Finland. So actually, he actually flew on top of Greenland and signed the document to say that they would like or they want to take Greenland by force. I mean, that's another war. And to be honest, there's no president of the United States that didn't actually fund the war, start the war, or be participating in a war. Whether it was Trump before, Trump now, it will happen again. There will be a new war that will be cooking, or there will be new funding of some type of a war that will be cooking. Already, Trump is threatening Finland so that they can take a Greenland to be part of United States. That's really crazy. We saw recently Trump pull up the tariff to Canada and to Mexico. And what these guys, the leaders of Canada and Mexico, they said, no, Trump, don't worry. We're going to send 10,000 troops to the borders. Mexican also, they say the same thing. We're going to send 10,000 troops to the borders so that people cannot have illegal immigrant and so on and so forth. So it will be cool. And then Trump pull out. He said, okay, for now, I'm going to hold for the tariff. Then we will find out the solution after everything is settled down. So you see, so there's a lot of things that actually is happening in the globally in terms of the politics, and at the helm of it, it's a Donald Trump. Donald Trump is cutting the aid of malaria in the places like Zambia, cutting the aid of HIV in the places like Lesotho, Swaziland, South Africa, cutting a lot of aid of malaria in a place like Ghana. Already it's happening. A lot of people, they're gonna lose their life. A lot of people, they're gonna lose their job. But again, the strength of the economy, because if there's no more people working, the strength of that economy of that area, it might start sending the signal of depreciating in the market, which is really bad. But yeah, in terms of this week, that's what really cooking in terms of the global politics. There's Trump speaking in terms of Ukraine and speaking in the Middle East. Again, remember, we should also maybe pay attention to oil. Where exactly the oil is actually sitting. Why Trump did he choose to have the meeting in Saudi? Because the Saudi, they're the kings of the oil. If he's cool with Saudi, the oil is going to go all the way to United, full up the tanks of the United States, and then Trump is going to say he is the major distribution of oil in the world. But he knows how to play the games. And again, I'm seeing a lot of presidents around the world understanding or realize that this is how we should able to play the game. So clearly, Trump and Zelensky, they are not actually in a good terms because of Trump didn't invite Zelensky on these meetings. And yeah, we're gonna have to find out and to see how it's gonna go in terms of these global politics that are actually, affecting the global markets. And keep watching it again. 23rd of February, it's a German elections, and we're gonna pay attention on German 30. My prediction is German 30 to drop a little bit before the elections, and then we can see where it's going. Bitcoin has been dropped because of what Trump has been talking about. It's actually not giving confidence to the investors, or to the investors that are actually participating in a Bitcoin, or that are participating in a dollar. That is why also we see the dollar index itself not having the momentum, depreciating. Rand to a dollar, same thing. That's another topic that I need to talk about, when it comes to white people in South Africa, that they actually say that if they have the GNU, they will strengthen the market. But from the beginning of the GNU started, the rand to a dollar has been on a very, very same price. I mean, it has been playing around on 1820, 1840, 1860. In fact, it might go to 19. If Trump comes in and he did his things properly without provoking a lot of countries, it could have been already at 19 to a dollar. So that's another conversation that we need to pay attention and go deeper and look even at US dollar to a ZAR, to a rand itself, from the beginning of the elections to up to now, how actually it's playing. But anyway, that's it, man, when it comes to politics that are actually affecting the global market at the moment. My name is Che Yusuf. You are actually watching the Daily Money Market. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share with other guys. And yeah, man, let's go.